The goal of the animation was to get people sort of interested in joining the study, and for that we had to make sure that children weren't being talked at, because nobody likes that. Everyone tunes that out the second it starts.
I thought it was a really good opportunity to get involved and help other people with epilepsy, and it was interesting, and it was actually quite fun to do it.
And it was important that the information was aimed at children and young people, the people that were taking part in the study, rather than the parents, and making sure that it was language that they would understand. There is so much conversation and everything that is aimed at their adults, so to actually have something that was aimed for them, about them, was such an important aspect. Actually getting to take part in my ideas being used, as well as seeing others and being able to compromise and work on other people's, it was an amazing experience.
I tried to think about what was my mindset at that age of when I had epilepsy, and that was probably when my epilepsy was at its worst. So what were my struggles, and just tried to bring that to the table. Because we sat and discussed what would be appealing to the different age ranges, and what would make them want to be a part of the study, what would make it sound fun and make it sound like it wasn't going to be lots of work, because it's really not. It's not. If this helps young people with epilepsy have an easier time than what we did, we've done our part then.
When Claire and I were diagnosed, it was a struggle to actually find things that weren't related to just adults. That was like, well, this could apply to children and stuff. We're like, but can it really? So
I think that's a common thing though with young people. The healthcare professionals can turn to the adult in the room and you can be overlooked slightly.
There's not many choices in your life now, but you have a choice if you want to do this study or not, which was so important, because I think we both felt at the times of our diagnosis a lot of stuff was taken away from us.
Yeah, so you get a lot of independence taken away from epilepsy.
So to have this little moment where it's like, no, I get a full say, is so important no matter what age you are.
And this choice also helps you to help other people with epilepsy.
Yes. So it makes you feel sort of important and that you matter, and this isn't just the only thing in your life.
Bit of empowerment.
Like there's a lot of sort of, well, if you have this, should you really be driving, or can you really do this job and everything? And that's horrendous, because it's like, yeah, I have this condition, but it doesn't stop me from being a human.
I was about 6 years old when I was diagnosed with epilepsy, so I was very, very young. So epilepsy's been a part of my life forever.
I was 11 when I got diagnosed. I'd just started high school, and as that I was put on sort of medication that was known to sort of have negative side effects in adults, which had been tested on. But for me it made a lot of things a lot harder.
Both when me and Millie were diagnosed as young people with epilepsy, there was little support for us.
There isn't a lot of information, and everything's taken away from you. So to be able to know that you are actually doing something good, that you have turned sort of one of the worst things that could possibly happen to you at such a young age into something where you're going to be helping others, will just give back a bit more freedom and empowerment, making you feel like you matter and you're not just your diagnosis.